So I have this Japanese style knife that my wife received as a gift, but I don't believe it's an actual Japanese knife. It actually sharpens more like German steel, and it does have this faux Damascus style blade, but the handle is made of wood and it dries out quite easily. So what I've been doing is applying mineral oil or beeswax. Over the years, we've had this knife for quite a while, but it easily dries out. So I've decided I'm going to treat it with some Danish oil. And before I do that, what I'm going to do is start with sanding the handle. So first I'm going to start with 150 grit and get a nice smooth surface and smooth out any rough areas. Then I'm going to move up to 180 grit and smooth the surface even further. And then my final sandpaper is going to be a 220 grit. And once I've got that 220 surface that I want, I'm going to get out the Danish oil, and I'm using Watco brand. So what I'm going to do is soak the handle, and I want to make sure that I get a really good soak on there, and there's a lot of absorption of this Danish oil into the wood. And then there's just a rest time on this. So just use the rest time for the Danish oil that you're using. So just follow the instructions on the can itself. And then once the oil has penetrated and it has had time to rest, we're going to apply some more oil. So I apply more oil, and then I've also decided to do some wet sanding with 400 grit sandpaper. So I'm just going to use some oil and continue the sanding process with the 400. Then there's another resting or drying period. Just follow the instructions on the can again. And once that resting period is complete, you just want to wipe the excess off. So anything that hasn't absorbed into the wood, you're going to wipe off. And once you have that dry surface, then you're going to let it dry for a curing period. And so again, just follow the instructions for the brand of Danish oil that you're using. And as you can see, the handle is fully cured and smooth, and I no longer have to apply oil or beeswax. Also, it repels water very well, so I will splash some water on the handle to demonstrate. Here you can see the water being repelled and not soaking in, and it is easily wiped off as well. So you are left with a nice, clean surface. So hopefully that is useful for anyone that has knives with wooden handles that need maintenance or repair. Thanks.